Nixies Notebooks. I am your host, and today we're going to do some more work in the body language book that we were working on. I do have to apologize. I did forget to hit record last time I put some stuff in here. So I just wanted to kind of show you what I did. There was a square K in here, so I wanted to kind of cover that up. And then I wanted to create some writing spaces, so I did that. I think on this side I'm going to create a collage. Haven't fully thought that out yet. What we're going to do today is we're going to add a pocket. And we're going to do this a little bit further into the book. We're going to do it right here. So it's going to be pretty much almost the width of the page. And let's get to it. So, yep. Alrighty. Just making sure my microphone's on. And make sure I am videoing. Okay, good. Good, because we've had a couple videos where I haven't done that. So, for today's pockets, I'm going to move some of the stuff over. I may use some of this stuff. I just kind of picked it up. I wanted to have some pieces ready to go. I do also have an idea of making a flip over pocket as well. I don't know if we'll have time for that today, but I did cut out those pieces as well. What we're going to use this piece of paper right here. And this is what my plan is. We are going to, I already cut this out because I just thought it would be easier if I did that. What I did was I just kind of slid the paper in and measured it. So I want it to go over, my goal, this is my goal, is to, I'm going to glue these two pieces of paper together, but I want to cut off this edge right here. The reasoning why is I want it to show this edge when I fold it in. So I think first, let's glue this in. I have to be a little bit careful. I don't know if you can see this or not. But there is a, I ripped out one of the pages here, so that may make it a little more difficult. I hope the lighting's okay. Just a little bit. Hold on one second. Alexa, office light on. There we go. It's a little more light. I knew there was a light off somewhere. So, I'm going to do this. I have to make sure it's pretty even. I'm going to want to fold over the paper. So what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of mark it a little bit there, just so that way we can get it nice and folded. Okay. And let's take this out. We're just going to fold it. Obviously, I just kind of do it right up against the edge there. Hopefully it's the same on that edge, and there we go. Nice little fold. So the next thing we're going to do is, keep losing my place in here. Sorry, I really do keep losing my place. This is bad. So what we're going to do is we are going to, this is, again, got to be very careful of that. And pull it out. There we go. So we're going to glue this down like this. I am going to take off, let's see. So you can kind of see through the page. I don't know if you can really see through the page very well. I can also feel it, but I can kind of see where this piece ends, so I can kind of make a guesstimate as to how much I want to take off. So I have two ways of doing this. I have lost my really long ruler. I don't know what I did with it. So let's actually measure. That might be the best way to do this. So I'm gonna stand up for this because I know I'm gonna mess it up if I don't. because I need to be looking down on it. It's best to stand up when you measure, or you need to be kind of looking down on it. Also, when you're using pencils, you want to use like a, let's see, you see that hard? That's okay. The harder the pencil is, or the H number, so it's like 2H, those are going to be lighter lines and easier to erase if you need to. So use, if you have a pencil like that, use an H pencil, not a B pencil, because a B is bold and they're soft and they will make darker lines harder to erase. Okay, so somehow I'm going to have to cut this off. Kind of had some thoughts as to maybe, I wonder if I can, all right, this is something new I am trying out for the very first time. I don't know how well it's going to work. It goes against everything I've taught people about cutting. All right, let's see. Let me take that page out. That might help it just a little bit. Not try this at home unless it actually works. Let's see if we can do this here. Sorry, I'm going to try it again. I can tell, it's kind of hard to see, I can tell that the paper is, or the dots are going into the dip there. This might not be the straightest line that I've ever done. But it's looking semi-okay. We're gonna go for it. There we go. Looks pretty good. That worked out better than I thought it would. So back down again, and you know what we're going to do before we even glue anything on here? We are going to distress this page. This one is Ground Espresso. It's a darker of the browns. May not have been totally straight, but I think we're just going to have to go with it. Just want to give the paper a little bit of an edge. There we go, a little more visible. And next is gluing this on. So this is how I'm going to do it. Is that enough? Let's see. No, it's coming up on one side. Why is that doing that? You know what, I think I'm gonna cut off like right here. That way it won't necessarily go right into the groove, but it should help it a little bit. So let's do that next. And hopefully that ink that I just did isn't basically dyeing the other pages in the book. There we go. You know what? We can use these too. Find a little bit of use, I think, with those. Over there. Let's open this back up. Nope. Good. That is good. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it like this side on first because it'll make it a little bit easier for me to glue the back page on. Because we don't want it to get bubbled or like glue it too, because sometimes if you saw when I was putting it on there, you could see like the this page is bubbling up, and we don't want that to happen. I don't know if you can see that very well. So we want to make sure that we glue it. So I'm going to start with this, and then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to glue a little bit at a time as I put the page down. So here we go, and let's actually get a piece of paper. There we go. Use one from the book. Sorry, I did not mean to hit the camera. That is awful. Let's close this. I'm feeling a little bit, not a lot of space to work, it feels like. A little too much glue there. That's okay. That's never a problem. So what we want to do is bring this back under the camera so you can see. Okay, there we go. So we got that done. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of glue a little, glue a little, glue a little, and then I'll probably go around the edges. That'll probably be the easiest way to do this. Actually, maybe let's just do this. That might be the easiest way to do this. As I hit the camera yet again. This paper, because it's kind of a little more porous, the book paper is probably a little more porous. It will kind of suck in the glue a little bit, so it's okay to put a little bit of extra on. I would use the like a white glue or a PVA glue, but it's very thin pages, and both this and the book page are very thin, and it will probably cause it to bubble and warp. This is not nearly as bad. Like, see, I did miss some spots here and here, and not to worry. We will get those taken care of. Let's just make sure that's pretty straight down. Okay, so this is what I do. I just pick it up, use the glue stick, see if hopefully you'll be able to see this. It just doesn't look like I'm doing much, but I am. And we are going to work our way down this way. That really does not want to stay, does it? What I'm doing is I'm just kind of running the glue stick right underneath that part of the page, just so that way we can get that down. Because it's on a, kind of like it's on a, because the paper kind of rounds up a little bit, it is a little bit harder for the glue and the paper to stick together. So we'll just hold it for a few minutes. Not a few minutes, but a few seconds, just to make sure. All right. Yeah, that corner's still gonna bother me, isn't it? Corner just does not like me. All right. Now, before we glue this page down, let's add some bling to this. Okay, so I'm probably gonna edit out, or you're probably picking up where I've edited out me looking for this package of eyelets. I basically stood in front of my closet, slack-jawed, looking for it. I don't know where I thought it was or why I couldn't find it. So, and it was actually in a box right next to me on the floor, because I tried to pull out the supplies I'm going to need, but apparently I did not. Oh, I opened it right this time too. Usually I open it with the other side so everything falls out. Even though I did right up on there, I still do that. So, all right. Let's use a blue. I think a blue would look nice with that. Yep. Okay. Oops. I am throwing bling. There we go. All right, so eyelets are great. I'm just going to use that one to make a little hole, and then we're just going to put that in. I got to make sure I use the right. Let's see. I think that would be the right hole. So what I do, you can't really see it. It's very difficult. So basically, I want to make sure there's a hole. Stand up and show you. So there is a hole, or a black dot there, and I just want to make sure that the eyelet will not go through it. And I can even do a test case. So let's do that first, because we don't want the eyelet this to be too big and the eyelet comes flying out of it. So I have several different hole punches with different. Is that too big? Nope, that's perfect. And you see, so right there you can see it fits really snugly. A little snugly. That easier to see now. Fits really snugly into that hole. Actually, yeah. So that's perfect. That's the hole size we want. I'll put it up at the top. How's that for an idea? Just put it right there. Now, when you use these eyelets, there's several ways you can use these. Some of them come with kits, where you can hammer them. I have a crocodile, and I'm really sorry. I just have to apologize real quick. Squirrel moment. I say a lot. I'm really working on trying not to say that. Can't guarantee that's ever going to happen, but just saying. Is that gonna? No, that's gonna be. So now what I have to do is make sure I have the right. That one I think will work. Yeah, those are too big. That one I think will work just fine. Okay, so what's going to happen, you can see the crocodile, and the eyelet hole is going to go in here. So the top of the eyelet's going to go right in here. The bottom of the eyelet's going to go in here, and when I press down, this is going to push the back of the eyelet out, causing it to be secured in place. I hope that was clear. There's also, you can also get tools to do this. I have a crocodile. I also have another one that's a standard size one that I got. And crocodile, they're last time I checked, they were kind of expensive. I ended up getting this in a yard sale, not a yard sale, an estate sale. So I actually really kind of lucked out with this. Just be on the lookout when you're out looking for crafty stuff. All right, so I want to do it kind of slow so you're not really totally breaking anything. Okay, and there you go, see? And now we just attach it. Of course, I think I'll probably wait. I should probably wait. until we finish gluing everything, but that is going to be what it's going to look like. So I'll have that there. So I'm going to take that off right now. There we go. Got some color. We're adding some color to this book. I'm so excited. Now I am going to use the PVA glue. I'm just going to go right up the side and right up the side and hold it down. So it would help if I cleaned off the cap. Sorry about that. I'm gonna finish it off up here. Probably should have just done it on this side anyways. We're just going to hold them down because we don't want the glue to come up. Beautiful thing about Arizona is that glue dries really, really, really fast. Sometimes too fast. Alright, so now we got our pocket. I'm not going to put anything in it yet. And we got our little piece of bling. I think I kind of want to do something on this page itself. I think that's a little piece of paint from the eyelet that needs to come off. There we go. I want to do something on this page, I think, maybe just to kind of give it some pizzazz. Sorry, I got glue on my fingers. Kind of gross, I know. Let's see. To be honest with you, I am not sure. That might have to come in a different video. I do have more of these pieces. We could do something like this, and then maybe put another little piece of writing paper. Something like this, maybe. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's do that. That is what we're going to do. All right. This is actually the inside of a book. Like these pages, they're actually really great. So if you have a book that you're cutting up, make sure to save these pages if you're not keeping them inside the book. Sometimes they're in really good condition. I keep them inside the book. Sometimes they're not in great condition, so I don't. This one, I don't remember why I took this one out. It might have just come out too. Sometimes older books, they'll just come right out anyways. So now the question is, do we want to distress it? I think we should distress this a little bit. Actually, Oh, there was another piece of that paper. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. My desk is a mess. Where did that piece of paper go? Nope, not that one. That was really odd. Okay. No, no, no. This is what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for. Maybe I just put this here. I think I like that a little bit better. Or maybe put, see, I don't want to cut off that part of it. I really like that part. We'll save that for something else. All right, let's go back to the drawing board. Sorry about that. Sometimes I have to think. It needs to be a little bit shorter. There we go. All right, so let's distress this. Let's get that distressed out. So So basically we've made a pocket where we can put some ephemera and other fun things. You know, some paper, some more journaling spots. I kind of want this journal to look like it was a new book that they kind of glued in a bunch of old pages into it. It's kind of where I want this to kind of go. So that is why I'm distressing a lot of stuff. Sometimes I distress stuff, sometimes I don't. It just depends. It does give a little old-fashioned type feeling. And these work best with a blender tool. You don't have to use this one. There are other ones on the market. You know, just find the one that you like. You can even use, and I have in the past, I don't have anymore. My cats decided that they like to eat them. So I had to throw a lot of them away. Or makeup. Those makeup sponges. I think of those at a dollar store. So those would work really well. Those work really well too when trying to blend inks. Sorry, the word escaped me there for a minute. Also, you would want to use a blender tool if you are going to stencil. Maybe we'll stencil something into this book so you can kind of see a good way to do it. You're going to want to use a blending tool with that as well. And we can do that, and then we can even use use some of the rub-on paints. Those are fun to use. We'll have to keep the book open after that because the rub-on paints take a little while to dry. So, alrighty, let's put that down. There we go. That looks kind of oldie but goodie. So, ooh, you know what? I'll make a little tab up here. How does that sound? That sounds spectacular. So we're going to fold this over, put a little bit of glue. We'll make a little tab at the top. Everyone loves tabs. I don't like glue on this mat though. I'm very bad about that. Okay. Oops. Wrong page. There we go. We'll just glue it down there so it has a little tab sticking out. So, and you can see right there, I gotta cut that piece off. I hope you can see it. I hope I didn't pull it up too close to the camera. So I'll just real quick and easy. Boop. Pull that down a little bit. Paper folders are great too if you ever really want to make sure you're folding good things down really well. Bone folders, they call them. So I'm going to put this a little bit off so it's not too much into the book. Okay. I do I want to keep this? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. What we could do. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Right about there. Hopefully this is somewhat even. There we go. Except for that is that's like too long by a hair. All right, not a problem. We'll just cut it off and we will re-ink. That is not a big deal, actually. So let's do this again. You notice I didn't even have to put it back into the ink pad. It actually just has a lot of ink on it. I will do that again for the edges. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was doing it off camera again. I have, I know I've mentioned this probably like in every video and you're probably like, yeah, okay, quit talking about it. I do have bad eyes, so I need to bring things usually closer to me so I can see it a little bit better. So hopefully this video turned out okay, because again, I try to make sure I square everything on this mat so that way I can keep track of what I'm doing. A little bit darker. There we go. And there we go. I am liking that, except for I'm gonna just make sure that these are inked as well. I'm doing it off camera again. Just make sure none of that wet paper kind of shows through a little bit. Actually, that's actually really gonna make it pop, I think. I think that works well. Sorry, I wasn't even talking. Sometimes when I concentrate, I don't talk. To be honest with you, when I craft, I usually have a YouTube channel going and I'm just off in my own world, so this is like totally foreign to me, so I do apologize. I will get better at talking on camera and talking to myself. Well, I do talk to myself a lot. Usually it's me saying, "What are you doing?" That actually happens a lot. Okay. All right. Perfect. I like that. That's actually going to look really good, I think. I hope you guys all think so too. So we'll just do a little bit. If I have to put more on the top, I will put more on the top. I realize I'm mumbling to you a little bit. I have a bad habit of mumbling to myself. My IT guys always like, you're mumbling and your face is away from me, so I can't understand a word you're saying. True story. Happens all the time. Piece of glue clumpy right there. All right. Am I boring you? Huh, am I? I hope not. I really hope I'm not boring you. I hope you found this video kind of fun. We are going to be wrapping it up shortly, probably, because it will be pretty much done. So, like I said, I'm going to edit out that part where I stood slack-jaw in front of my closet, because that's embarrassing, and I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just have to figure it out. I will do that, because I figured out a few other things. I'm kind of proud of myself. I'm kind of learning as I go. And it's kind of neat. I already asked my IT guy, I'm like, can you just like learn to do editing? He didn't think that that would be fun, so he will not be doing editing. Get that little piece of glue out of there. There we go. So we now have an envelope We have a little tabby up here. Oops, a little tabby as I rip it off. So beautiful, look at what I did, and just rip it right off. Good job. All right, got a little tabby up here, which needs to probably be held down a little bit. All right, actually I'm really liking this. So this is what it is. We've got this page here, got a great little journaling space. I think I'm about to touch that little spot up. It's not straight, but who needs straight, right? Actually, I'm going to use this glue. A little slightly easier to control. Just use this over here. Boop, boop, boop. Any mistake is fixable. Very few things have I just like thrown away. Most of them I throw away in frustration, not because I'm gonna get my head in the camera, not because I am because it's not salvageable. It's more just out of frustration. I'm like, all right, I'm done with it because I know I'm never going to be able to just sit there and focus on it. So it still wants to come up. So I do have to hold down some of these things because if I don't, they pop back up, obviously. So it's going to be actually a little bit harder. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that. Hopefully that'll be enough for that one to finally stick down. It just does not want to for some reason. Let's put the cap back on the glue. I have a bad habit of leaving caps off the glue. So, all right. So what we've done today is we've got this, we've got a nice little tab, we got a nice little journaling space, and we have a place to put stuff. And just so I can show you, is that going all the way in? Let's see. There should be nothing stopping it from going all the way in. Oh, oy vey. Oh. Apparently there was a little piece of glue that got in between there. There we go. Now look, there we go. We got a pocket. We can add some papers to it. We will. I add a lot of the papers and stuff at the end, not while I'm working on the book. I usually don't add bling either until the end of the book. Why is that not working? Oh, it doesn't go down that little. We might have to change the, good Lord. So what happens is the loop isn't big enough. So we're gonna put that one down because that one's gonna annoy me. Let's see, how is this one? That one also has that problem. All right, I am going to, for the next video, I'm gonna remake the loop and we will put a piece of bling there. So that's great. We got this page. We covered this page up beautifully too as well. So we got some color in this book. Well, not really. It's really just kind of brown, but you get the idea. We're working towards getting this book completed. So we got a couple of pages and it is looking good. And so thank you for watching. And am I boring you? If I am so sorry. What makes us boring? I should have probably read that. Complaining, droning on about personal problems. That's what makes people boring. Well, all right. I will try not to do that. Anyways, thank you for watching and have a great rest of the day. And like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. All right. Bye-bye.